Have you ever heard the word piano nobile?
I think I've heard you mumble it before, but
The piano nobile is like the important floor, the noble floor
so he sunk his important floor to the ground?
to the ground, okay? Because what essentially the way this is laid out is that this is a working farm. I think I explained out one of my other things, you guys weren't listening. This was a working house, right? And so you had, like on the left side, it's actually a dovecote, right? And so they were making fertilizer. They were, cows, and it looked very elegant, like this was working farm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? And this is the invention that Plato kind of came up with, is of this noble farmhouse, this wonderful farmhouse where you could entertain and have, these wonderful things, but on the
wings,
working levels, right? It was also a farm. Okay.
So it's like a business too, like
totally.
house.
It was a business. It was a business house, right? And so the whole term piano nobile is that once you walk upstairs to that first level, you're all of a sudden in a very elegant house, right? Sorry,
when you're saying first floor, do you mean the top floor, like the second floor?
The second floor in that picture was called the piano nobile.
And it's piano nobile.
Yes. Do you want to Google it?
I'm just like, wow, I've always known piano as like a instrument.
Well, it is a different language, Jackson. And so, funny.
Hold on, what?
Amazingly, there's a different word for everything. Okay? So what he did is so you'd look at that and you don't immediately recognize the Palladian influence, right? But then when you realize how he sunk it down, you're like, oh, it's almost exactly like that.
The working floor is now underground.
Yes.
And then the piano nobile.
And so if you go visit there, right, that's where all the working farm parts of this thing are, is underneath there.
Where is it Virginia?
This is in Virginia.
So, I mean, I also imagine, I know in Colorado they use the ground to somewhat insulate as well. I wonder if that was also a heating efficiency thing too, to just sink it into the ground.
Yeah, that would
be.
Well, and maybe it just was a happy little accident where it was like, hey, we sunk it down for looks, and then it actually happened. Form and function.
Yeah, I actually don't know that.
It looks really good with that first level being.
Well, this angle is great because you can see that lower level with the brick columns to the white underneath there.
It's just so pretty.
Yeah, it's
kind of like it reminds me of even in historical houses around here, you have a servants area tucked away.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of the same idea.
Man, there's so many geometric shapes that are in play here. That are just so satisfying together. And man, I never would have thought even just the idea of doing he's got these hexagonal things.
Oh, look at that. Interesting. It does say piano nobile.
Means noble floor, noble level, also sometimes referred to by the corresponding French term bel
That's
étage.
what I remember that.
That's I'm with Richard. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, I've always called that the bel étage. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the bel étage. It's bel étage. That's where I was getting confused.
Oh, you mean the bel étage. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't speak Roman.
I think it's Italian, Jackson.
No, it's Roman.